6:30 on the dot. Good evening and welcome to Prime TV News. I'm Chamila Guntilaka. Our story making the headlines tonight. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya has signed the Investigation Commission Amendment Act. News on this in brief and more via our headlines first. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya signs the Investigation Commission Amendment Act. Minister Patali Champika Ranavika says the first satellite built in the country will be launched this year. The Water Board says water supply has to be limited due to the prevailing dry weather condition. The central bank announces the rupee has been strengthened when compared with the US dollar. The Navy seizes 11 kilograms of gold from Kalpitia Sea area. Police seizes 10 tons of cocaine from a Russian vessel transiting through Cape Verde port. Now for news in detail, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya has signed the Investigation Commission Amendment Act, which was passed in Parliament. It will provide the opportunity to use Commission reports as evidence. The Investigation Commission Amendment Act was passed in Parliament on the 22nd of this month. The Speaker signed the Act last evening, empowering the Act. It will provide the opportunity to use evidence at the investigation commissions and the Commission to investigate bribery or corruption. The Act will pave the way to speed up investigations. Minister Patali Champika Ranavika says measures will be taken to launch the first satellite built in the country this year. He said this while attending a program organized by the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development. The program was held in Battaramulla under the patronage of Minister Patali Champika Ranavika. Attention was paid on the future course of action implemented by the Urban Development Authority under the Ministry of Megapolis and Western Development. A book compiled in connection with the event was launched on the occasion. Minister Patali Champika Ranavika said that the nanotechnology park has been built at Homagama to make available graphite and titanium products to the country. The biotechnology is to provide new value to spices. He further said that a space center would be set up at Homagama to get all the information. He added that such a center will be able to forecast weather conditions early. The National Water Supply and Drainage Board says water supply has to be limited due to the prevailing dry weather condition. A statement issued by the board said that drinking water sources in main reservoirs, including the Central Hills, are drying up. The board said that a low pressure situation could occur when distributing water to the consumers in higher elevations. However, the Water Board said that they would continue to provide water on all 24 hours of the day. The board requests the public to use drinking water carefully. Meanwhile, our reporters say that water levels of Mausakale and Kazalre are decreasing rapidly. With the decrease of water in the Mausakale reservoir, all buildings, including Sri Shanmugam Hindu Kovil and the mosque at the previous Moskelia town, have surfaced. The central bank has announced that the Sri Lankan rupee has been strengthened when compared with the US dollar. With the changes in the world economy, Sri Lanka's rupee was depreciated last year. Reports say that the rupee had depreciated by 16.4% when compared with the US dollar. The central bank implemented long-term and short-term programs as a solution to the exchange problem. As a result, the central bank says the rupee has appreciated by 0.6%. The selling rate of the dollar at present is 180 rupees and 19 cents and the buying rate is 176 rupees and 34 cents. The Navy has seized more than 11 kilograms of gold while on patrol in Kalpitia Kudava Sea area. The Navy has arrested 2 suspects in the ages of 33 and 29 and seized a dinghy boat used to transport gold. The suspects and the gold have been handed over to the Colombo Customs Office. The Navy has seized 62 kilograms of illegal gold during their operations last year. President Maithripala Sirisena has expressed his condolences to the family members of the war hero Dinesh Jayavikrama, who was killed in an explosion while on UN peacekeeping mission in Mali. The president, who went to the residence of the late Major H.W. Dinesh Jayavikrama at Pulastipura in Polonnaruwa, expressed his condolences to his parents and relatives. Parliamentarian Mahinda Samarasinghe accompanied the president. The remains of the late Major Jayavikrama are scheduled to be brought to the country on Monday. Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa paid homage to the Sri Dalada Maligawa in Kandy. The opposition leader visited Malwatu Vihara and met the Mahanayaka of Malwatu chapter, the most venerable Tibbatuave Sri Siddhartha Sri Sumangala Thera, and received his blessings. Thereafter, he called over on the Mahanayaka of the Asgiri chapter, most venerable Varakagoda Jnanaratana Thera. Opposition leader Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the Mahanayaka Theros are of the opinion that a constitution is not needed at the present moment. He said that they would not be a part of a joint government. He also visited Chief Monk of Gatabe Rajopamanarame Vihara, Venerable Kapitiagoda Sirivimala Thera. Still on local news tonight, Minister Ravi Karunanayake is visiting Singapore to look into the possibility of utilizing new technology in the power and energy sector. The objective of the visit of the minister is to look into new technological strategies which can be used for sustainable energy. He will be paying his attention on meeting Sri Lanka's energy demand through sustainable energy sources. He will also look into technical strategies which can be utilized to minimize expenditure on power and energy and to develop more environmental friendly energy sources. Minister Sagara Ratnayaka says the government has paid more attention on developing education and healthcare sectors. The minister said that the education and the health are the two sectors which will protect the future generation of the country. He said that the government has allocated 25% from the 2018 budget to those two subjects. The minister expressed those views while attending the sports meet of Morawaka Alapaladeniya Secondary School as a special guest. Awards were presented to the students who showed exceptional talents under the patronage of the minister. A rehearsal was conducted this morning in connection with the 71st National Day ceremony, which will be held on Monday. The National Day celebrations will be held with the participation of Army, Air Force, Navy and Police. The Civil Defence Department will also take part in the ceremony, which includes parachute displays and gun salutes. Commanders of the three armed forces, the IGP and the Chief of Joint Staff were present to observe the rehearsal this morning. Minister P. Harrison says the Sena caterpillar has been brought under control to some extent. The minister said this during an observation tour of the Anuradhapura Mahailupalama Field Crops Research Institute and Eppawala Government Phosphate Institute under the Ministry of Agriculture. He thanked environmentalists, public servants, media and other sectors who gave their support to control the spread of the caterpillar. Deputy Minister Buddhika Pathirana says a large number of complaints have been received against the milk food imported by the country. He said that legal action would be taken after inquiring about the situation. The Deputy Minister said this during a discussion which took place to discuss problems of the industrialists in the Mathura district. The aim of the discussion was to find solutions to the problems of the industrialists by the 2019 budget. Deputy Minister Buddhika Pathirana said that investigations will be conducted to find whether the milk food imported to the country is real and not artificial. The Computer Emergency Response Team has requested to be vigilant about a computer virus which is spreading at present. An engineer of the team said that the virus could enter computers through free downloads. He said it can also enter the computers through the email. The Computer Emergency Response Team has requested the public to inform them about any such incidents over the phone number 011-269-1692. A suspect has been arrested at Mathugama with 6 locally produced firearms. The suspect has been arrested at Mathugama Meegahatanna Kurupitawawa area. He has been arrested on a tip-off received by the Megathanna police station. The 50-year-old suspect is a resident of Matugama, Polgampole area. The Navy has arrested 13 suspects at Kalpit area who were engaged in illegal fishing. They have been arrested at Kalpitia's Sinnapadu coastal belt. They have been fishing using illegal nets. The Navy has also seized 4 dinghy boats. The Navy has handed the suspects and the boats to the Puttalam Assistant Fisheries Inspector's office. A Sri Lankan has been arrested at Katunayaka International Airport with a stock of Vallapatta. The 20-year-old suspect has been arrested when he tried to leave for Dubai. He is a resident of Nigambu. Deputy Customs Director Vipula Minuanpitia said that the weight of the Vallapatta stock is 27 kilograms and the value is more than 1 million rupees. Police have raided a large-scale illegal diesel storage complex at a house in Dikwella, Nilwella area. The police have seized more than 50,000 litres of illegal diesel from the storage complex. Police have also seized a Bowser and 6 lorries used for the racket. They have arrested the owner of the house. Dikwella police are conducting further investigations into the incident, and the raid has been conducted by the officers of Tangala Mathura police range. A fire broke out this afternoon at Hatton Singimale Forest Reserve. Reporters said that the fire was spreading rapidly from the base to the top of the mountain. Wildlife officials say that the fire has been lighted by a group with the prevailing dry condition in the area. Meanwhile, another fire broke out at a line of houses on Messenger Street, Maradana. Reports said that 5 of the houses had been completely burnt. 3 fire vehicles of the Colombo Municipal Council have been used to douse the fire. This concludes our news bulletin for tonight. Prime TV News will return tomorrow, and in the meantime you can log on to www.itnnews.lk for further information on the latest. I'm Chamila Gundilaka signing out. Good night.